Gracias.
Prego. Dear, I'll be right down.
Take your time.
Dear,
Yes?
would you mind mixing me an old-fashioned? I'll be just another minute.
Sure.
It's so nice of you to come all the way to Lugano to chat with me. I hope what I have to say is fit to print.
No cuts. I'm really excited to be here. As you know, I've written my dissertation about your life, and I was just wanting to come and meet you.
I'll be right down.
Gracias. Gracias.
Prego.
Gracias.
Hello, hello, hello. They didn't tell me they were sending such a handsome young man. 3 times in Switzerland. Now we have to start all over again.
Oh. Thank you.
Is that for me, dear? Donatella, per favore. Prego. Questo old fashioned è il più buono che ho mai bevuto. Devi chiedere a Jeffrey la sua ricetta. Grazie, cara.
Prego.
That Donatella is just wonderful. A little quiet, but wonderful. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
But you know, my dear, I've often found that a drink made by a very handsome young man tastes better than the same drink made by a woman. Isn't that funny?
Personally, I had never really noticed that, but I'll try to pay closer attention in the future.
You'll see I'm right. Now, my dear, may I call you Jeffrey?
Of course. May I call you Mrs. Fleming?
Please do. Before you ask me questions, I have one for you. What on earth has happened to Columbia University?
Excuse me?
Who would allow a doctoral dissertation on me?
Actually, the Dean of Teachers College himself.
Well, Jeffrey, don't blame me when they flunk you.
I'm not worried about that. I mean, you've done so many wonderful and important
Oh,
things for
stop that nonsense this instant, or I'll throw you out of my house. Now, what is it you want to know?
Well, as you know, I've already written my dissertation, but I wanted to come meet you and make sure my facts were correct.
This is it.
Yes.
All lies.
Well, for my research, it seems you've opened 23 schools and programs. Is that true?
My, have I really? I'd lost count. And from your research, how many have I closed?
14?
15. But I'd do it all over again.
Just how does one go about starting a school? I can imagine how one might go about closing one, but what about opening it?
For me, the recipe is simple. Find a beautiful property, both house and surroundings. For young people need and deserve to be surrounded by beauty. Fill this setting with young people from all over the world, because the world has become so very small. Fill their every waking hour with commitment to study, travel, sports, the arts, and responsibility to others. Place in this house very special human beings as teachers, friends, counselors, and role models. people with the excitement of life and learning, of the huge challenge the world presents, and above all, great faith in their young chargers. Sprinkle and cover this whole wonderful concoction, basting frequently with generous portions of TLC, tender, loving care. Believe me, it's a foolproof recipe.
So let me get this straight. You find a beautiful property, both house and land.
That's the very first thing that you must understand.
Beauty abounding
And beauty surrounding
are ingredients a good cook must demand. Then you add to this house
people clever and kind,
special human beings
just the best you can find.
with excitement for life and learning and for all things concerning exercise and strengthening of the mind.
Then you fill all their waking hours
With study, travel, sports, and the arts.
responsibility to others.
I wouldn't dare forget, 'cause brilliant minds are dangerous without brilliant hearts. Then you douse it with love,
That's an unbreakable rule.
mix it all together.
Then just turn on the fuel.
Don't lose your vision and don't lose your cool. And lo and behold, just as I told, you will have a school.
Special human beings, just the best you can find. With excitement for life and learning and for all things concerning exercise and strength beyond the mind. Then you feel all their waking hours with study, travel, sports, and beyond. Brilliant minds are dangerous without brilliant hearts.
I hate to drink alone, Jeffrey. How about an old-fashioned? Or maybe a gin and tonic.
Yes, a gin and tonic, right away.
Wonderful.
So how did all this begin?
I suppose it all began in 1910. My mother had always hoped and prayed for a beautiful child, but alas. You see, there's this nose. My father used to call it a Roman nose. Roman all over my face. It took 30 years of running after it before I could catch up and come to terms with it. My mother tried to compensate for my plainness by dressing me up in frilly, fancy clothes, and I hated it. All those dainty little outfits, velvet and satin and roses and buttons and streamers. But as I said, it was all for naught.
But you're a very attractive woman.
Oh, Jeffrey, behave.
Could you tell me more about your childhood? Weren't you born and raised in your parents' school?
Yes, that was the Mary Lyon School. It was quite lovely. But the problem was it was located in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. I used to lay awake late at night, every night, dreaming of what lay beyond my tiny little corner of the earth.
So bad in Swarthmore?
Well, in many ways, I really lived quite a charmed life as a child. I had wonderful, loving parents, and Swarthmore is really rather lovely. But it is a Quaker town, and especially narrow and austere, and I disliked it from the minute I was conscious. I couldn't wait to get out of there. See the world.
Not in Swarthmore anymore.
We most certainly are not.
And how did that come about?
Well, when I was 14, my parents sent me to Lausanne, Switzerland to learn French. I'm a bit rusty now.
How long were you in Switzerland?
Just about a year. I returned in 1925.
Is it true you attended the New England Conservatory?
Oh, yes. I loved singing and even wanted to become an opera singer. But
Miss Ann Belmont?
Belmont.
Ah, comment allez-vous?
My career as an opera singer didn't last very long. My parents insisted I get a college education, but I was not at all enthusiastic.
Didn't you graduate from Radcliffe College in 1933?
I enrolled in 1929 when the whole world seemed to collapse. I remember it vividly because my parents' school went from 250 students down to 90 shortly after the market crash. Extraordinary numbers of men were committing suicide. Families were turned absolutely topsy-turvy by it. I had to drop out of college. As a matter of fact, I went out on the road with only $10 a day travel expenses to recruit students. But it was nearly impossible because of the crash. My parents were so concerned that they had to close and lose their school entirely. They were concerned that I might be emotionally distressed, so they sent me to a language school in Perugia, Italy, for the summer, with one of the house mothers as the chaperone. As it turned out, I speak several languages and managed all the money and handled all the hotel arrangements. I was the chaperone. And then there was Carl, an irresistibly charming young man from Zurich, also at the university. I didn't learn very much Italian, but I had a wonderful time. Oh yes, it was a wonderful summer.
Mary! It's getting late. I'll be right there. Let me just say goodnight to Carl. Mary, it's getting very late. Just 1 minute. Half a minute. I'll be waiting right over there. What are we doing?
I don't know. This is crazy.
Mary? 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 Now what? You realize that I don't like you at all, don't you?
Nor I you.
You're not at all my kind of man.
And you? For me? This time there's no explanation for my motivation to leave the world behind.
This time I can't give a reason. My
a wonderful summer. Did you settle down in the States after that summer in Perugia?
Settle down? Not on your life. There was Russia to conquer. And since Mother always wanted me to be productive, even when I was traveling, she insisted I write a book about the experience. I adored traveling. And if somebody didn't offer me a trip, I created my own. Thus, with 5 girls, 5 minutes younger than I, as their chaperone, I created Fording Europe. I bought a wonderful Ford Phaeton, convertible, of course. And we traveled 10,000 miles across Europe. It was a wonderful adventure. It wasn't, however, all smooth sailing.
American schoolgirls with one American car, with 18 pieces of luggage, well, 18 pieces so far. We're setting sail for Europe, America so long. What could possibly happen? Normandy and Brittany, Chaps, Paris and Nice, Vienna, Munich, Florence, Venice, Budapest and Greece. We're led by our dear Mary and followed by a throng. What could possibly happen?
Welcome to Yugoslavia.
What ever could go wrong?
Шесть американських дівойки в американському автомобілу.
6 American schoolgirls in one American car. The roads are a little bit bumpy. The terrain is a little bit rough. The language a bit too difficult. The meat a bit too tough. But we are bright and cheery. My goodness, what was that? Mary, Holly, Lily, and Kate, Eve, we've got a flat. We are 6 American schoolgirls in one American car with one flat tire. Well, one so far. Does anyone know how to fix this thing? I can try. I'm really strong. What could possibly happen? What ever could go wrong? It's now 4 hours later and we're finally on our way. Heading for Bulgaria, having almost lost a day. So it's high and by Sofia, much to our chagrin. Oops, we did it again. Well, at least it only took 2 hours this time. Our 6 American schoolgirls in one American car. We've had 2 flat tires, well, 2 so far. We're headed off to Turkey, set to travel all night long. What could possibly happen? What ever could go wrong?
Altı Amerikan kızı. Bir Arabasıyla.
It's midnight at the border and it's Istanbul or bust. But we don't have the visas that the Turks insist we must. We plead for their compassion. We plead to no avail. As they depart, our fearless leader off to jail. We are 5 American schoolgirls in 1 American car with absolutely no idea of where the hell we are. We're lost without our Mary. We're notes without a song. What could possibly happen? What ever could go wrong? Turkey is behind us now, we're ready to go home. After Monaco, Sofia, Sarajevo, Bonn, and Rome. 11 punched her tires, but at least we got our help. Mary, Holly, Lily, and Kate and Kay, we've had our 12th. I'll take care of it.
Hey, salut mes filles. Vous avez besoin d'un homme pour vous aider? Peut-être. 6 bisous et je vous sauverai.
Our 6 American women in 1 American car. And you can either run or end up with a nasty scar. 10,000 miles behind us, we'll be back home ere long. And now we're ready and able to tackle any and everything back home. Whenever, wherever, however, whatever, whatever could go wrong.
What an amazing adventure. Now tell me, Mrs. Fleming, did you only do it that once?
No, I went back the following year, this time with 10 girls and 1 husband. It was a risk taking him along with all those pretty girls, but one I was willing to take, thinking I was young enough to get another husband if I lost that one.
Could you speak about Mr. Fleming?
Mr. Fleming was incredibly helpful in producing my 3 wonderful children. I'll give him that.
Is that all?
Quite frankly, my dear, I had very little use of my husband, nor for my second one for that matter. My true husbands were the schools, though I've had quite a few boyfriends in my life.
I see.
I've always said, Jeffrey, if you want the girl next door, go next door.
What was your, did you find that there are any traits or characteristics that those boyfriends have in common?
Well, they're all dead.
What was your next adventure after fording Europe?
After graduating from Radcliffe, I worked with my father in the school until the Navy confiscated it.
What do you mean they confiscated it? They just came in and took it over.
Well, during wartime, it wasn't entirely unusual that schools were commandeered by the military. But my father felt an obligation to fulfill the contracts to the families, so he moved 120 students into the Barbizon Plaza Hotel in New York. You can imagine the cost. Add to that the fact that the military failed to meet its obligation to my father, and by the end of the year, we had run out of money. But the obligation to the families had been fulfilled.
One would think that that would have ended your career in education.
Wouldn't one? After my father closed the school, my husband and I bought a beautiful place in Pennsylvania. Swimming pool, tennis courts, Ferris wheel, a lovely wooded area. A friend of mine visiting from New York said, "Chris, it won't be long before you're in mischief. Why don't you start a summer camp for small children?" We called it Frog Hollow. The following summer, I took Frog Hollow to Switzerland. Unfortunately, that summer was not a happy experience. It was very difficult to find a chalet big enough, a cook in the middle of the high tourist season, and it was also the summer I was trying to get rid of my second husband. But worst of all was the fact that one of our children was stricken with polio. Imagine waking up that second morning and seeing this child paralyzed from the waist down.
When I was little, my father always said that you can trick your brain to think that you're not really sad. He said, smile and you'll feel better. The tears will disappear. That frown will turn upside down and stretch from ear to ear. You see, I told you. There's something else that I learned from my dad. That pictures come true.
You mean dreams, don't you?
No, pictures. Pictures come true. When I'm sad, my dad sings me a song about that, and then I feel better. He says that if you can see yourself as happy, then your mind won't rest until you are happy. He also says that if you see yourself with lots of problems, then your mind won't rest until you have lots of problems. And I say, if I can see myself jumping out of bed and running around the room, then my mind won't rest until I can jump out of bed and run around the room. So, it's really up to us, isn't it? Picture how you want to be, joking, laughing, wildly free, and soon enough you'll start to see that pictures come true. Picture courage in your mind, especially when it's hard to find, and worries will be left behind as pictures come Picture how you want to feel. Time will make those pictures real, and even broken hearts will heal as pictures come true. Picture when the storm has passed, even raging storms start to last. But pictures come true. Pictures come
And he was right. You have to know what you want, see the goal accomplished in your mind, and then go for it. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Ignore the naysayers and the detractors. Just go out and do what you've got to do.
Did the boy survive?
With incredible determination on his part and his mother's absolute refusal to accept the doctor's diagnosis that he would never walk again, he survived. Thank God. And he became a runner.
No kidding. And what about the chalet, the cook, and the husband?
The chalet, the cook, and the husband? Why, Jeffrey, that sounds like a dirty movie.
I mean, how did it all work out? Did everything end all right?
Well, 2 out of 3 isn't bad.
So, what brought you back to Switzerland after that difficult summer?
Eventually, after that ugly experience that summer had worn off, I wrote to a dear friend of mine in Locarno and asked him to find a place in the Italian Lake District. Sure enough, he came up with my first villa, which I engaged sight unseen. Sailing to Europe, the children, 2 mine, 2 borrowed, were anxious to see where we'd be spending the summer. The children, so much so, that after arriving at Le Havre, they insisted I drive straight to Locarno, nonstop, crossing the Gothard Pass at midnight. When we finally arrived, it was 3 a.m.
And was it what you expected?
It was beautiful, simply beautiful. Then on August 1st, I announced that the American School of Switzerland would begin September 10th.
You announced on August 1st that you're going to open a school in 1 month with a full academic year just like that?
There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Shakespeare. There was no time to hesitate. As with so many things in my life, I just dove right in.
And the result?
That was the beginning of the American School in Switzerland. Of course, the parents thought it would be impossible, but in the end, I had 12 students, 3 of my own, and a faculty of 6. The best student-faculty ratio I have ever had. But when my father realized that I was going ahead with it anyway, he gave me some very good advice. He said, even if you have only your own 3 children, which you will because you're starting so late, never compromise excellence. I have always tried to remember that. He was a wonderful man. Jeffrey, could you be a dear and freshen my drink? Thank you. That other old-fashioned was just perfect.
Sure. Mrs. Fleming?
Yes, dear. Maybe I'll join you in a gin and tonic.
Great, right away. So, how did your school go from 12 to what it is today?
Well, after that first year of 12 students, we jumped to 35, and then third year, 50. Much too many for the Locarno campus. Somebody offered me an abandoned, derelict, unfurnished villa in Lugano. I grabbed it, of course, but I realized I still had to build 2 dormitories in the lower garden. The problem was I had no money for the construction. Thus began my adventures with Swiss bankers.
Mother, don't you think that you should leave some of that joy at home?
No, Tom, absolutely not. Over the years, it's become perfectly clear to me that bankers make loans only to people who don't need the money. It is therefore essential to appear as though you are swimming in cash when you go out looking for it.
Don't you think it's a bit much, though?
Not at all. Lynn, what's the matter, Lynn?
Well, I'm sure you don't have to be reminded, but if you come home empty-handed this time, we'll be broke by Christmas. Right, Gay? Amen.
Go play. I'll see you tonight with cash in hand. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment allez-vous?
Très bien, merci madame. Et vous?
Très bien.
Je vous en prie.
Merci.
Alors. Ah oui. Merci pour votre candidature pour prêt, madame. Nous l'avons considéré attentivement, mais sommes incapables de vous procurer ce prêt en ce moment. Nous vous encourageons de nous resoumettre votre candidature et vous souhaitons bon courage dans l'avenir, madame. Bonne journée.
Monsieur le banquier, don't you see? It's for the children, not for me. It's for some fans, it's for adorns, sleeping in chef and catching mon cher monsieur, je vous en prie.
You have enough to run your schools. If you would sell some of those jewels, you needn't play the ingénue, if I may say just one. Madame personne vous dira oui.
Monsieur, you'll see that I'm a master of that. If you take a little chance, a little credit, with a little passion that would take me far.
For the last time, madame, there's nothing I can do. If you come to me, I give the loan to you.
This is my dream, and you must make that dream come true.
Bonne journée, madame. Au revoir. Dames, you so here. So very, very clear.
I'd give you credit.
I've got a solid balance sheet.
No, let's not exaggerate. Bella signora, come sta? Bella signora, vieni qua. Although I really tried, your application's been denied. But are you free tonight again?
What must I say? What must I do? Where must I go to find a banker who will not begin with no? I've been too sorry to the Geneva and Lugano. Sempre honest say. Would you consider?
We considered every line, and so regretfully we simply must decline. The answer hasn't changed still. No, point 9 is in molto desolate.
What must I say? What must I do? Where must I go to find a banker who will not begin with no? I've been too sorry to Geneva and Lugano. Sempre honest say. Would you consider just a tiny red line?
We've looked at everything and still we must decline.
Is that your final answer?
Still no, 9 is in molto desolate. Is in molto desolate. Is in molto desolate.
But fortunately, I found a construction company that agreed to undertake such a project. And happily, Swiss banks started giving me loans. My first purchase was the Villa de Nobili here in Lugano. You see, I collect mortgages like some people collect stamps. In 1962, I fell in love with and bought the Villa Negroni. It is probably the most beautiful villa in Lugano. It was a wonderful campus for the postgraduate program, and later, Fleming College.
I see that Fleming College opened in 1968 and closed in 1970.
Correct. For years, I had hoped to start a college, but where I went wrong was not listening to my father. His advice was, always be your own boss. With a board of trustees, that is by default impossible. I discovered that they only wanted me to be a figurehead and a fundraiser. But the problem truly began when they insisted on my name without my standards and to run the school in a way that was utterly and absolutely unacceptable to me. I resigned irrevocably from the board. But very importantly, I still owned the property.
Okay? Look, we can't ostracize Mrs. Fleming like this. Come on!
Listen, I have just as much of a problem with her decisions as you do.
Can't do that sort of thing.
Are you with me now?
Absolutely, 100%. Look, I'm a student. I represent the student. It's best for us to do this.
Fine.
Golly, and there a chance.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I assume you've made your decision.
Look, this is not the Mary Lyons School of 1939. This is Fleming College.
And it's 1969. Don't you see that if we don't adapt to what's happening all around the world, then we're going to be left behind?
It's your own expression. You can't stand still. That's impossible. You either go forward
Or backwards.
you too.
Crist.
Well then, I assume I've been outvoted on this issue.
Come on, is it that big of a deal?
It most certainly is. And I don't expect it will come as a surprise to anyone to hear that as of today, I am no longer a member of the board of Fleming College.
This is ridiculous. Have you forgotten whose name it is on the door? It's Fleming College. I suggest we slow down here. I think we should take a revote.
I appreciate that, but it won't be necessary. Thank you.
Chris, there's still question of the property. As you own the villa and the land,
You can have it your way, just like you wanted it. Who would ever dare to refuse? And you can put yourself at ease. You can do anything you please, anytime and anywhere that you choose. But not in my house. Just take on that road. Not in my house. I'm tired of carrying your love. Not in my house. Not in my house. Do what you want, pursue what you want, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Not in my house. No way, no how. 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 You can fight all day long if you want to. Whether right or whether wrong, we lose. And you can play the time long, you can have complete control. Anytime and anywhere that you choose. But not in my house. Just take it on down the road. Not in my house. I'm tired of carrying your love. Not in my house. Not in my house. Do what you want, pursue what you want, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Not in my house. No way, no how. 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 You can love anyone anytime you really want to. You really want to. You can cross anyone anytime you get that news. Get that news. Hey, don't be rain. Go against the rain. Anytime and anywhere that you choose. But not in my house. Just take it on down the road. Not in my house. I'm tired of carrying your love. Not in my house. Not in my house. Do what you want, do what you want, refuse, subdue, refuse what you want, pursue what you want, pass through what you want, approve, review, undo what you want, unscrew what you want, redo what you want. But not in my house. Just take it on down the road. Not in my house. I'm tired of carrying your love. Not in my house. No. Do what you want, pursue what you want, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Not in my house. No way, no how. No way, no how. No way, no how. Not in my house.
That which does not kill us makes us stronger, and alas, I survived. I had no choice. There were other schools and programs to begin. There was Arte, the American Repertory Theater in Europe, our summer theater program, which performed in Roman amphitheaters from Verona to Pompeii. I lost my shirt backing that program, but the kids were just wonderful. And I'd always wanted to open a school in France, and later I created the Château des Enfants, a summer program for children, which still thrives here today.
So it was with France that you really started to look beyond Switzerland.
I believe so. And then, of course, there was my so-called retirement house in the Tuscan hills in Italy.
And then there was England.
England, indeed. You win some, you lose some, and England I won. Though in Switzerland, my colleagues thought that it would be too much competition for the Lugano school.
And that didn't stop you.
No, it didn't stop me. To make them happy, I had a survey done, a market research on the feasibility of doing a school in England. I figured if they didn't listen to me, they'd listen to the survey. The problem was the survey came back very negatively.
And that didn't stop you. What did you do?
I went ahead and did it anyway.
Wait, despite all the facts and the figures and the statistics?
Jeffrey, there are 3 kinds of lies. Just plain lies, damned lies, and statistics. I've never been one to follow statistics, especially if they tell me to do something I have every intention to do.
So everyone was against the idea. The report that you commissioned was against the idea, and you went ahead with it anyway?
And?
Well, I guess I just want to know how you go about making decisions that go into running your schools.
Quite frankly, Jeffrey, I'm just an arbitrary old bitch. And quite frankly, it has worked really rather well as a management style. As with TASIS England, I threw out the report and started the school. 3 years later, I started TASIS Greece. And of course, everyone thought I'd gone completely and utterly mad, but it still thrives today, 21 years later.
What a life. It's just incredible. Mrs. Fleming, have you had an exceedingly happy life?
Happy? Why, yes, extraordinarily happy. And I've had my health. I've been very fortunate with that, and my work. I believe it is important, and people are lucky if they have their work. What would I do in retirement? I don't like gardening. I hate bridge. As a matter of fact, I don't like anything that old ladies are supposed to do. I enjoy starting and running schools. And not because I want to, but because I have to.
And have you had a successful life?
Successful?
Well, I don't know. Have you achieved the things that you set out to achieve?
I suppose one could say I have had a fair amount of success. My schools are full. My summer programs are overflowing. But my mission in life was not to open overflowing programs. My mission has been to improve the lives of the students who walk through the doors of my schools, to teach them an appreciation of learning and beauty and responsibility to others. And you know, sometimes I wonder if I have succeeded.
Well, of course you're succeeding. I have 67 years' worth of letters from your former students attesting to it. Here. Take this one, for instance. There are literally thousands of people, parents, friends, faculty, students alike, who are thankful for your many accomplishments. I am personally indebted to you for influencing the course of my life.
Interests from art to foreign affairs were sharpened due to opportunities you gave me. Your notion of standards in education, grounded in the humanities, are more pertinent than ever. Perhaps most of all, I admire your gumption. Many have dreams, but few persevere to see them through as you have. Love, Lauren.
I can't explain to you how much this summer has meant to me, as words are too limiting. I only hope you can realize to what degree you have awakened me and made me aware of the world around me, and sparked me with a desire to explore and broaden my horizons. Love, Martin.
Your mission in life, in case you don't know it, has been to open up the world to others. All of the threads that you have woven together through your gift of enhancing life for others have brought so much happiness to so many people. Love, Gary.
I am one of the many whose life has been touched by your generosity. From the bottom of my heart, I extend my deepest gratitude for allowing the fantasy of a young girl to materialize and enrich her future. Love, Allie.
There are no words to express my thanks for what you've given me. Those special memories will last forever. Love,
like yesterday that I graduated from TASIS, but I want to thank you for everything you did for me while I was there. And more than that, I want to thank you for creating TASIS in the first place. As for me, it was a dream come true. I will never forget all of the memories I have from Switzerland. Love, Monica.
Very often, all the good days at TASIS flash back into my mind. And be assured I will never forget them until the end of my life. Nor will I forget the lady who helped me like my mother would have done when I most needed help. I am and shall always be grateful for your kindness. Love, Kenneth.
If I can climb half as high as you have, with an ounce of your grace and style, I will consider my life to be a true accomplishment. Thank you for being a mentor in every way imaginable. Love, Adrian.
I do want to tell you how very much I appreciate your work and effort that went into making this summer such a fantastic and meaningful one. Never in my life have I lived a more active or more fascinating 2 months. I think the program that you and your staff have put together is absolutely superb. Love, Michelle.
For years, I've thought of writing you and thanking you for the wonderful opportunities I had at TASIS in 1964-65. But not until this year did I realize what a profound effect it had on shaping my attitudes and perspectives. Exposure to the many cultures we came in contact with taught tolerance of humanity. And I believe that had I not been exposed to such a great variety of people at TASIS, I would not be open to this philosophy. So you see, your work done in 1964 is still being done today and multiplied many times over. So many times in life, we touch someone and never really realize the effect we have. I just wanted you to know. Love, Charles.
I would like to thank you so very much for making my 18th birthday such a special one. It was an honor to have been invited to your home to celebrate. Mrs. Fleming, I would also like to thank you for having a school like TASIS. I know you've heard it said in many different ways, but I truly love this school. Friends I've made here are friends I shall have for the rest of my life. Love you.
The other day, I came across a quotation by Emerson, and I couldn't help but think it had been written especially for you. What is success? To laugh often and much. To win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children. To earn the appreciation of honest critics and to endure the betrayal of false friends. To appreciate beauty, to find the best in others. To leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that one life breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Mrs. Fleming, never in my life have I met, nor am I likely to ever meet, someone who embodies Emerson's concept as completely as you do. I applaud your continued success and thank you from the bottom of my heart for having so generously shared that success with everyone who's had the pleasure of knowing you. Love, Brandon.
Oh, enough looking backwards. We must move forward, always move forward. There are trips to plan and schools to develop and begin. And not because I want to, but because I have to. Our work has just begun.
You are an incredible woman.
Jeffrey, I am a fortunate woman. Fortunate because I have always had wonderful people working with me. And if sometimes I have seen farther than other people, it is only because I have stood on the shoulders of giants. The giants who stood by me from the beginning and made everything possible. Now, Jeffrey, come with me to the kitchen, and I'll teach you how to make an old-fashioned. How about that?
Great.
It's a very easy recipe. Easy as starting a school. You take a lot of ice, A great deal of ice, add a teaspoon of sugar.